Hi, I'm Richard from the Tiger Group, which encompasses Tiger Law and Tiger HR. And I just wanted to talk a little bit today about some recent HR news. Steve Easterbrook, so he was the McDonald's CEO who was either sacked or resigned. I think he's received a very large settlement package. There's been some question marks around how he's actually left the business. But the interesting question was the why. And that was all related to a relationship he was having with a more junior McDonald's employee. And I think it raises a really interesting question for employers. In the US, there's been quite a big culture, and it's been around for quite a long time, that there are policies around relationships in the workplace. In UK workplaces, that's a lot less common, but in light of #MeToo movement and this sort of global shift in how people view relationships and certain behaviours at work, I think things are starting to change. And it just raises an interesting question. Is it okay to have a relationship with someone at work? And I think broadly speaking, the answer is yes. Certainly in terms of UK employment law, there's nothing that prevents people from having a relationship with each other. And lots of people do meet their significant other halves at work. But for employers, I suppose nowadays, given the global landscape we're in, it is important to think about parameters. What is okay and what's not okay? Because there are some risks that can be attached to relationships in the workplace, particularly where you have a senior person having a relationship with a more junior person. For example, is there a risk that more sensitive HR employment procedures such as redundancy, promotions, performance reviews, compensation decisions could be influenced by a relationship? Or could there be an allegation that has been influenced? Also, if there's a breakdown in that relationship, is there some fallout that might come as a result of that? For example, might someone then, subsequent to a breakdown of relationship, allege that they've been treated less well, less favourably? So there are certain risks attached to it, and I think it is important for employers to think about, well, putting parameters in place. What does that look like in practice? It probably means putting a policy down, getting something down in writing, which might feel a little bit alien for a lot of UK employers. So it's not to say a blanket ban on relationships in the workplace, but it is thinking about what we want our individuals thinking about. What does appropriate workplace behaviour look like for us as employers? And do we want people to disclose when they've entered into a relationship? Do we want them to let us know that, okay, I've met someone, we're in the workplace together, what does that look like? What parameters do we need to set? So it's getting us to think, getting employers to think about, how we do that. And of course, here at Tiger HR, Tiger Law, we can help put those policies together for you. Thanks very much for watching.